Myles. I know teams getting away for camps it's becoming more league-wide widespread. What does this do for you all? Especially, there is some continuity with some of the guys, but you are one of a handful that are new. So what does this environment, this idea kind of do for the team in that way?
Yeah, well, it simulates, kind of my experience and kind of what the playoffs is like, kind of being on the road and just having a band together. You're away from your families, away from your own bed, and obviously it's a great city. And coming to Miami, get some good sunshine. Not that Milwaukee weather's bad or nothing right now, but get away for a little bit and just kind of just band together a bit. Outside of just practicing, being on the floor.
For you, what does it kind of mean? Like, there's a number of guys that have been here. They kind of know each other. For you, kind of get to know your new teammates. What can a trip kind of do for you? A lot of dinners and stuff like that.
No, it's big. Because I said, I say it a lot joking around, but I spend so much time, not trying to like these guys, right? And you go to war with these guys on the floor, and then you get to know these guys off the floor and realize they're good dudes, man. There's brothers in this league that's just trying to make it, and just kind of hearing everybody's stories and kind of sharing stories, sharing some of my experiences. That type of stuff is worthwhile, and I think it makes it's very important.
I guess for Giannis not being here, he's not going to play 48 minutes a game. Maybe won't play 82. So what is that? What have you been able to get out of the work these first few days? Where, solving non-Giannis minutes and that kind of thing. What has that been like for you, particularly with your role when he's not on the floor?
Yeah, no, it's important because you're right. We can't expect all 15 guys to be healthy the entire year. It'd be nice, but it is what it is. So you simulate situations like such, and for me, it helps me play interchangeable positions and whatnot within the offense. Get to learn the entire flow of the offense itself, and then just learn more and more what my roles going to be. And then when he does get here, now you start building that camaraderie and that chemistry on and off the floor as well. So I think it's good to see both sides of the spectrum.
I know Doc's talked a lot about pace, and I think everyone thinks of full court, right? Let's throw it up, let's get going. But one thing he complimented you on was moving from action to action quicker than anybody else. How much have you been able to kind of get that mindset in the guys that we got to, in the half court, we got to move and keep getting to the next thing?
It's important. I think that when the ball sticks, it's tough, especially when you're up against the shot clock or, defenses load up and whatnot. So I think it's important to keep the ball moving within a half-court offense. I think it's something that I was successful at in the past. There's no way you just hit that shot. It's stuff that I was successful with in the past, and we're not doing that, and I'm trying to get guys to emulate as well.
Is there, there might be some numerical measure that kind of disproves my point, but just by the eye test, no one played faster than what you have been used to. So do you get here and does it feel slower? Is it an adjustment for you to not be playing at the Pacers?
It's not necessarily, man. The personnel is a little different than I think it has been in the past. These guys are getting up and down. Ryan Rollins, pushing the pace. You got Cole, Gary Harris getting to the corners. I think it's just a matter of getting everybody used to it now. They're used to playing a certain way, and maybe become consistent that didn't play it, but we've all kind of taken what Doc's been saying and applying it. So, in the day, I'm a big man, so I'm not pushing the ball up and down the floor like Giannis and those guys. But I think the pace has been as well so far.
You had an amazing quote during the finals about how teams are gonna copy the blueprint where you were and also at OKC. But that was more about roster building. Do you think that we will see a continued evolution of playing the way that the Pacers play in terms of the full court pressure on defense and then the way you moved it on offense?
Yeah, I give Rick Carlisle and his staff, full credit to, having a team buy into that way of playing. It's hard to get, a group of, 15, 18 guys, whatever you call it, to all buy into the same way. And we built that over the course of 3-4 years. It didn't just happen overnight. So I think teams are going to try to do it, but not every team can just be successful out the gate. It took us time to build that and whatnot. So again, all the credit goes to Rick for just and his staff, for getting guys together and getting us all to buy in.